Actress and activist Leah Remini is probably best known for her role in the popular sitcom King of Queens in the late 90s and early 2000s. But off-camera, Remini was a member of the Church of Scientology, and it became her tragic experience, both while growing up in the church and since leaving it. Scientology is at the root of much of the pain Remini has suffered, but it's not the sole cause of all of her strife. Let's take a look at the tragic life of Leah Remini. She wasn't allowed to be a kid. Leah Remini's childhood was marked by a lack of typical experiences due to her involvement in Scientology. According to Scientology doctrine, children are considered adults in smaller bodies, and Leah, along with her sister Nicole, was introduced to the church at the age of 7 when her mother joined. This early exposure led to Remini dropping out of school in the 8th grade, as Scientology had distinct expectations for how children should spend their time. Leah revealed that children in Scientology, especially those in the Sea Org, a group functioning as a nautical-themed priesthood within the church, were treated as laborers. In an interview with People, she explained, "We were being used as laborers," highlighting the challenging physical work expected of them, including construction projects, cleaning, and other demanding tasks for up to 12 hours a day. Joining the Sea Org as a child meant parents essentially handed their children over to Scientology. Leah emphasized this in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, stating, "Children are treated as crew. They are assets." Leah Remini's Sea Org memories are harrowing. Leah Remini's tumultuous experiences within Scientology extended beyond challenging living conditions. During her teenage years, she became a member of the church's Sea Organization, described as a religious order for the Scientology religion, and is composed of the singularly most dedicated Scientologists, individuals who have committed their lives to the volunteer service of their religion, as stated on the official Scientology website. However, Remini alleged that members, including herself, faced physical abuse within the organization. In her memoir, Troublemaker: Surviving Hollywood and Scientology, Remini recounted a shocking incident where Sea Org leader Mike Curley reportedly threw her overboard during a speedboat trip because she failed to say, "Yes, sir." The experience was traumatic, and she feared drowning for a moment due to the shock of the incident and the freezing water. As Remini's acting career gained momentum, she claimed she was coerced into paying $40,000 to the church for food I stole 20 years earlier. This payment, according to her, was connected to incidents of stealing food when she was a hungry Sea Org member in the 80s. The church responded to Remini's allegations in 2015 with a lengthy statement, dismissing her account as revisionist history. The family had to flee due to rumors. Leah Remini and her sister Nicole faced the stringent and invasive policies of Scientology, extending to the control and punishment of personal relationships. In Scientology, engaging in premarital sex is deemed out 2D, considered a severe transgression that warrants punishment. Both Leah and Nicole found themselves accused of violating this rule, leading to distressing consequences. Nicole, who had a boyfriend, was falsely accused of having sex with him. Despite her protestations of innocence, the church subjected her to aggressive interrogations, attempting to coerce a confession. The ordeal included intense yelling and pressure, illustrating the extreme measures taken to enforce compliance. Similarly, Leah Remini faced allegations after someone reported seeing her boyfriend touching her chest. The mere accusation led to an investigation that involved searching the sisters' rooms. The discovery of lacy underwear was taken as incriminating evidence, resulting in both sisters being ordered to undergo the Rehabilitation Project Force, RPF. Described by Stephen A. Kent as a program involving harsh physical punishment, forced self-confessions, social isolation, hard labor, and intense doctrinal study, RPF reflects the Church's authoritarian methods to correct perceived deviations. In an attempt to protect her daughters, Remini's mother took them to Los Angeles. However, the family had not completely severed ties with Scientology at this point. She lost millions. Leah Remini's journey within Scientology took a new turn when she found herself cast as a main character in the popular sitcom, The King of Queens. In the Church of Scientology, celebrities hold a special status, and Remini's rise to fame prompted the church to intensify its control over her. She was required to dedicate hours each day to Scientology classes and auditing sessions, a practice that not only consumed a significant portion of her time, but also incurred substantial financial costs. Remini revealed in an NPR interview that she lost millions of dollars due to these demands, emphasizing the exorbitant expenses associated with Scientology. In her docuseries, Leah Remini, Scientology and the Aftermath, Remini shed light on the financial burdens imposed by the church. She criticized the unique requirements of Scientology, stating, "There is no other religion that I know of that requires 2.5 hours of your day, $250,000 minimum, and at least 40 years of your life." The financial strain extended beyond the mandatory courses, with all Scientologists expected to purchase a full set of L. Ron Hubbard's books, costing around $4,000. Additionally, members were encouraged to buy multiple sets for donation to libraries. The financial toll further escalated with the escalating costs of courses, starting from $35 and gradually reaching $650 for required courses. The practice of auditing, a pseudoscientific therapy-like procedure involving members hooked up to a device similar to a lie detector, came at a steep price of approximately $800 per hour. Remini disclosed in her NPR interview that she personally spent over $2 million on classes and auditing, and church officials convinced her to donate an additional $3 million to Scientology. She was afraid of losing her family. Leah Remini found herself trapped in a complex web of suspicion, financial demands, and familial ties within Scientology. Despite the traumatic experiences of her youth and the exorbitant amounts of money the church demanded, she hesitated to sever ties. In an NPR interview, Remini expressed her growing skepticism about the destination of the funds she contributed, questioning whether they truly served noble causes. However, the fear of losing her family kept her entangled in the Scientology web. The Church of Scientology employs a policy known as Disconnection, as highlighted by The Guardian. This policy dictates that if someone criticizes Scientology, all members within the church who know that person must cut off all contact. Remini's family was deeply involved in Scientology, and any attempt by her to leave or question the church's practices risked them being forbidden from talking to her. Even if she chose to keep her suspicions to herself, the nature of the mandatory auditing sessions made it likely that her inner thoughts would be revealed. Auditing, as Remini described, is akin to a lie detector test, with individuals hooked up to a device and subjected to a series of interrogative questions. Disconnection changed everything for Leah Remini. The specter of disconnection within Scientology held Leah Remini captive, acutely aware that departing the church would force her friends and family into severing all ties with her. The Washington Post reported that the birth of her daughter, Sophia, became a pivotal moment, prompting Remini to confront the unsettling reality of disconnection. In an NPR interview, Remini detailed how her inquisitiveness, especially about Shelley Miscavige, led to extensive questioning and interrogation of her entire family by church officials. Fearing that raising her daughter within the church would eventually lead to their separation, she decided to leave. Remini expressed her concerns to the Washington Post, stating, "I didn't want Sophia to be raised that way. Let's say in 10 years, if I didn't want to be connected with the church anymore, my own daughter would be taught to disconnect from me." Although Remini and her family left the church together, the impact of disconnection was far-reaching. She recounted being unable to invite friends to celebrate her daughter's birthday because they were prohibited from communicating with her. Even encounters with her goddaughter were tinged with the restrictive policies of disconnection, preventing her from freely embracing the child. Leah Remini was estranged from her father. Leah Remini's relationship with her father, George Anthony Remini, became strained after her departure from Scientology in 2013. During this period, she was featured in a TLC reality show, It's All Relative, for 2 seasons. The show highlighted her life with her husband, Angelo Pagan, their daughter, and various family members, excluding George. George, Leah's biological father, had separated from her mother, Vicky Marshall, when Leah was young, leading to a long-standing estrangement from the family. In a 2014 interview with BuzzFeed, Leah shared her complex feelings, stating, "It's funny. Somehow my father, the guy who left his kids and never paid child support, was excluded from my resentment, and I grew up resenting my mother for not being home to make food like all my friends' moms were." Although George was not a member of the Church of Scientology, he, along with his wife Dana, criticized Leah in a 2017 interview with the Church of Scientology International. Among the serious allegations was the claim that Leah failed to fulfill her promise to cover his cancer testing fees, hindering his ability to get the necessary biopsy and suggesting a connection between her actions and his illness. The strained relationship took a toll, with George expressing his sense of loss, stating, "Now I don't have a daughter." Leah Remini learned of her father's death after the fact. The estrangement between Leah Remini and her father, George Remini, unfolded against a backdrop where Scientology, though not directly involving him, played a significant role. In September 2019, Leah took to Instagram to reveal the heartbreaking news of her father's passing, a revelation that came a month after the event. She recounted receiving a stranger's condolences through her sister, Nicole, and expressed shock at being unaware of her father's death for an entire month. Addressing their strained relationship, Leah acknowledged the complexities but emphasized the missed opportunity for reconciliation. She shared her desire for her father to have the chance to redeem himself and seek forgiveness for past failures. Unfortunately, Scientology, according to Leah, dictated the final chapter of their relationship. She accused the church of using her father as a pawn in a smear campaign against her, asserting that Scientology didn't win him over with their beliefs but through manipulative tactics. Leah's poignant words conveyed her hope for closure and forgiveness, lamenting that Scientology's influence robbed them of the chance to mend their relationship. Despite the betrayal she perceived from her father's acceptance of Scientology's offer, Leah expressed a willingness to forgive, revealing the deep-seated longing of the little girls inside her and her sisters for the one thing they always wanted from their father: an apology and love. Leah Remini lost a sister to cancer. The Remini family faced another devastating blow in December 2013 when Leah Remini's half-sister, Stephanie Remini, lost her battle with cancer at the age of 35. Nicole Remini, Leah's sister, took to Twitter to share the heartbreaking news and urged people to consider donating to Stand Up to Cancer on Stephanie's behalf. Stephanie's health struggles began in 2012 when she was diagnosed with a brain tumor. Unfortunately, the cancer had metastasized, affecting various parts of her body, including one lung, her left hip bone, and her spine. In 2016, Leah paid tribute to her late sister on National Siblings Day, sharing a collage of her siblings, including Stephanie, on Instagram with the hashtag #RipStephanie. The post reflected the enduring impact of Stephanie's memory on Leah and her family. However, the tragic loss of Stephanie became a point of contention within the Remini family. Leah's stepmother, Dana Connaughton, alleged in a 2017 video released by the Church of Scientology that Leah did not provide financial assistance to Stephanie during her battle with cancer. Connaughton claimed Leah told Stephanie to get charity care. George Remini, Leah's father, also asserted in the video that Leah harbored negative feelings toward Stephanie. Scientologists don't want to have fun. Leah Remini's journey of recovery from her Scientology past involves not only addressing the traumatic experiences, but also adapting to the aspects of life she missed during her years in the church. In her memoir, Troublemaker, Surviving Hollywood and Scientology, Remini disclosed the deep psychological scars she carries from her time within the organization. Since leaving Scientology in 2013, she has undergone a gradual process of rebuilding her life, acknowledging that such a transformation doesn't occur overnight. One significant aspect of her post-Scientology life is embracing social experiences that were restricted in the church. In a 2017 interview with People, Remini highlighted her newfound ability to go out with friends and enjoy a glass of wine, something she never did in her adult life while in Scientology. She explained that Scientologists often abstain from alcohol as it could impact their eligibility for counseling at the church the following day. While recognizing the value of sobriety, she criticized the restrictive mindset that hindered individuals from having fun. In a 2014 interview with BuzzFeed, Remini further elaborated on the limitations imposed by Scientology on its members' daily lives. The obligation to wake up early and attend church activities every day left little room for recreational activities. Her participation in Dancing with the Stars. Season 17, where she secured a fifth-place finish with partner Tony Dovolani, provided a liberating experience that allowed her to reconnect with her fun and feminine side. Some celebrities cut ties with Leah Remini. Leaving Scientology in 2013 had significant repercussions for Leah Remini, particularly in her relationships with celebrity friends within the church. One notable fallout was her friendship with actor Kirstie Alley, who, on an episode of The Howard Stern Show in 2013, labeled Remini a bigot for her departure from Scientology. Alley asserted that she wouldn't maintain friendships with individuals critical of her religion. In 2018, tensions escalated when Alley tweeted a story alleging that Mike Render, Remini's co-host on Scientology and the Aftermath, had assaulted his wife. Remini responded with a tweet accusing Alley of spreading false and defamatory information at the behest of the Scientology cult. Remini didn't shy away from expressing her views on other prominent figures in Scientology, including Tom Cruise. During a Reddit Q&A, when asked if Cruise was a good person, Remini responded with a straightforward no and went on to claim that even non-Scientologists working for Cruise acknowledged him as diabolical. In response to Remini's outspoken criticisms, the Church of Scientology released a statement in 2015 dismissing her claims as regurgitated myths from expelled former staffers with questionable credibility. The statement labeled these former members as deadbeats, admitted liars, self-admitted perjurers, wife-beaters, and worse, portraying them as disgruntled individuals with personal motives against the church. She still gets threats. Leah Remini's departure from the Church of Scientology has not led to a quiet life. Instead, she continues to face threats and attempts to undermine her reputation. In an interview with Us Weekly, she revealed that she still receives threats, stating, "I get threats. They try to destroy our lives." The Church of Scientology, in response to Remini's outspoken criticism, has released numerous statements attacking her credibility, branding her a liar, a has-been, and accusing her of religious bigotry, as reported by HuffPost. Remini highlighted in an Entertainment Weekly interview that Scientology doctrine mandates the utter destruction of individuals who publicly criticize the church. During the airing of her impactful docuseries exposing the church's abuses, Remini faced concerted efforts by Scientology officials to obstruct the show. This included targeting advertisers associated with the series, operating under the moniker of the Stand League, which purportedly stands up for religious rights, they allegedly contacted every company running ads during the series, sending nearly 450 letters, according to Remini. Additionally, the Church of Scientology went so far as to create hate websites dedicated to discrediting and attacking Remini. Remini is stalked by private investigators, Leah. Remini's tumultuous relationship with the Church of Scientology extends beyond verbal attacks and character smearing. She contends with persistent stalking and harassment. Scientology is infamous for employing private investigators to shadow former members, resorting to invasive tactics like rummaging through their trash or orchestrating overt, noisy investigations to intimidate targets. Despite leaving Scientology years ago, Remini claims she remains a regular target of stalking orchestrated by the church. Even during the production of her docu-series on Scientology, she and her team were frequently followed. In an interview with the Underground Bunker, Remini noted that these operatives didn't seem concerned about concealing their presence, suggesting a deliberate desire to be noticed. In a disturbing revelation reported by Tony Ortega for the Daily Beast in June 2021, leaked text messages from a pair of former police detectives hired by Scientology disclosed detailed information about Remini's whereabouts and activities in New York City. The investigators allegedly received their standard rate of $50 per hour. Shockingly, one message implied a potential threat to Remini's life, stating, "Word is they want to kill her, or at least know what she's doing when in NYC." Further investigations into these incidents in 2022 by the Underground Bunker uncovered that one of the investigators, Mike Green, was operating without a license, having faced accusations of sexual assault involving another woman he was hired to surveil. If you or someone you know has been a victim of sexual assault, support is available. Please visit the Rape, Abuse and Incest National Network, RAIN, website or contact the National Helpline at 1-800-656-HOPE-4673. Leah Remini was fired from The Talk. Leah Remini's television career includes a stint as one of the original hosts of the CBS show The Talk, which premiered in 2010. However, before the start of the second season, Remini and co-host Holly Robinson Peete found themselves removed from the cast. The alleged reason behind this unexpected departure surfaced in a now-deleted tweet by Remini, where she claimed that Sharon Osbourne, another host on the show, viewed her and Peete as ghetto. Remini asserted that Osbourne wielded authority and made decisions based on her perception of their humor, labeling them as unfunny, awkward, and lacking self-awareness. Osbourne responded to the allegations in a Facebook statement, denying any role in the hiring or firing decisions on the show. While expressing a desire for Remini's happiness and success, Osbourne characterized Remini's behavior as negative, unprofessional, and childish. She urged Remini to move on from the situation, emphasizing that it had been 7 months since the incident. During an appearance on The Howard Stern Show in 2015, Remini acknowledged that her straightforward and unfiltered style did not align with the conventional decorum of daytime talk shows, admitting that she was not adept at interviewing celebrities within the confines set by guests. Remini stated that she preferred authentic conversations. She openly acknowledged that her approach might have contributed to her dismissal, expressing a wish that Osbourne had not insinuated her lack of genuineness in interviews following the incident. The part of Monica Geller almost went to Leah Remini. Leah Remini, known for her versatile acting career, had a brush with a significant role on the iconic sitcom Friends. In a 1995 episode titled The One with the Birth, Remini portrayed a pregnant woman named Lydia, contributing to the show's rich ensemble. However, according to her memoir, Troublemaker, Surviving Hollywood and Scientology, Remini was on the brink of landing another pivotal role on Friends, the character of Monica Geller. In a vivid recollection, Remini detailed the nerve-wracking final round of network auditions. walking out alongside an unnamed actress who shared the anticipation of learning their fate. As fate would have it, a chance encounter with Courtney Cox shattered their hopes. Remini humorously recounted the moment, saying, "We chatted on the way to our cars, wishing each other the best, and then we saw Courtney Cox walking toward us, then past us and right into the building. Motherfucker. We both knew it right away. She had the part of Monica." While losing out on roles is an inevitable part of an actor's journey, missing the opportunity to portray Monica on Friends, a show that rapidly became a cultural phenomenon, likely stung. Nevertheless, Remini's career took a different trajectory, eventually landing her a lead role on The King of Queens, another successful and beloved scripted comedy. Leah Remini's rise to stardom wasn't a fairy tale. Leah Remini's journey in Hollywood wasn't all glitz and glamour. It was marked by auditions that didn't quite go as planned. In a candid revelation to BuzzFeed, Remini shared an amusing yet challenging experience from her early career. During her first audition, renowned casting director John LaVey found humor in her unconventional approach. Recounting the incident, Remini humorously mentioned, "I went to the $5 clothing store, bought myself a miniskirt, some Skippies, and I walked into that audition being my most Brooklyn." Despite her initial confidence, Levy later confessed that her audition ranked among the worst he had witnessed. However, what could have been a setback turned into a stroke of luck. Levy, captivated by Remini's unique vibe, advocated for her casting in her first role, a brief part on Head of the Class. Reflecting on this experience, Remini shared her belief that success in Hollywood is often about perseverance and timing. She likened Hollywood to a race, acknowledging that some may drop out before their turn comes around. Her philosophy emphasizes stamina, the resilience to persevere even when the odds seem unfavorable. Leah Remini's journey from Scientology to outspoken critic has been marked by courage and resilience in the face of harassment and adversity. What are your thoughts on the challenges Remini has faced in her fight against Scientology? Share your insights in the comments below. If you found this content informative, don't forget to like and subscribe for more compelling stories and insightful discussions. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.